out among the stars exploring the universe.
Yeah.
So no. Because the closest thing we have to SpaceX right now in terms of off-the-wall crazy funding is Blue Origin. And even then, they're slowly but surely getting roped into the military industrial complex.
I think for
whatever happened to John
right now.
One is to ensure the long-term survival and prosperity.
Ketamine.
Because Blue Origin's probably buying out ULA from Boeing
ultimately
at this point.
Multistellar species out there among the stars, the probability of survival.
Well, wouldn't they just cancel Vulcan?
That's
It seems to be having some stream issues. It's like the video is really low resolution for some reason.
Vulcan has its merits.
That seems to
Vulcan's
be on par
cost
for us today,
effective for now until New Glenn is fully reusable. But like, here's the thing.
But then there also need to be things that are inspiring and exciting, and that give you reason to live.
It's like saying we should cancel Falcon 9 when Starship becomes operational.
After another.
Okay.
There must be also.
I don't think that's healthy.
Get up and wanting to be excited about the future.
Yo,
the future where we are,
why did Elon 6 hours ago post like the most racist thing I've ever heard 6 hours before Starship launches?
Anyway, I'm surprised that we still haven't gotten a non-reusable flight. That they haven't said screw it and launched a stripped-down version.
Oh, look at that!
Starship
about 2019. So we've been coming that entire time and
like,
seeing the site of
like seriously, after every fucking upper stage failure, I'm like, why the hell didn't they just launch a stripped-down version and use that as a depot test or some shit?
Look at the grid fin.
You see that like block 3, hot ring.
Also, I am so like
where we're able to work
Elon,
towards a production line.
If you're gonna do three grid fins, having one in like that design, like it's still not as stable as having it symmetrically.
Actually, because they want more control on one axis. That's why. Because if you have 3 of them, it's not easy to control, and like they want to catch with the grid fins, kind of.
Don't they want to also make it like a glider?
It was all built here.
Yeah,
they want to use the skirts for more cross-range capabilities. Like with that. Oh, did you see that one Chinese startup company? That basically wants to have
one that's gonna land on the side.
Yeah. Where basically it glides in on fucking skirts.
Like these Chinese companies want to be SpaceX on steroids.
What's funny is half of them are gonna fucking launch before we get Artemis going.
We're gonna be building some.
I mean, the fucking Falcon 9 copies launching in like not even 6 months. Meanwhile,
a gigantic
bro, I'm sorry.
But Long March is also making great development.
What we need to do at this point is New Glenn. It needs to be a mix of New Glenn and fuck. It needs to be. We're probably gonna do is listen here.
Because we're on a public highway.
Crew Dragon.
We're literally by a public beach.
Because here's my proposal. Instead of launching Crew directly to the moon,
quite close up.
That's a fucking ferry vehicle. Because there's already fucking designs for a crew ferry vehicle going around now.
Come and visit.
So just have a ferry vehicle. Launch that in a low orbit. Launch your lander, reusable lander in a low orbit. Send the crew up on a Crew Dragon. Send it onto your transfer vehicle. Transfer the vehicle over, and then land it on the lander. Because at that point, you're also making sustainability.
You can just
because now instead of launching a giant ass heavy lift rocket for crew launch, just launch a fucking Falcon 9 with Crew Dragon in low orbit. Boom, ferry crew over, ferry back. Reusability.
Look at that drone shot.
Greeted by Starship
but
going
no.
down. And I think that from the very beginning, the thing about Starship different than Falcon and other rockets.
Do you guys think he'll talk about wokeness as politics, or do you think it's going to be strictly engineering, SpaceX stuff like that?
Building one
all of the SpaceX engineers will break down that door and completely tear apart Elon the second he talks about fucking politics. I swear to God.
There's going to be.
I think he'll be able to avoid politics for today.
Yeah, until
for the next
mid-ring vent, fucking
the next 2 hours.
The fucking
city is capable
vent,
of surviving even if supply ships from Earth
it's gone now.
Coming for any reason. And that
I'm blanking on the word.
Be something cataclysmic, or it could be that civilization simply subsided. There's always this debate throughout history of will civilization end with a bang or a whimper. But either way, if the critical thing is to get to the point is self-sustaining. And
I feel like it's crazy that it's been just about 2.5 years now, and we've had 10 of these fucking launches.
On Mars in order for
meanwhile, in the same amount of time, here's the thing people realize is if they had just done a reduced down, non-reusable version of Starship, this vehicle would be operational. This thing could deploy fucking payloads already into low Earth orbit. If they weren't testing the reusable aspect of it so soon. This thing could be operational and deploying payloads.
It's going to be
so far,
I feel like,
Super Heavy has never rutted during ascent. During nominal ascent, Super Heavy is yet to rut. It's only rutted on descent.
Life and consciousness.
Yeah. Oh, Flight 1.
Critical stepping stone.
Well, that was not a nominal ascent. That was flight termination. It broke up.
Yeah.
The star systems.
But Flight 2 onwards, the booster has shown a lot of redundancy. It's worked near flawlessly on ascent. So this vehicle could be fucking operational already. But because they're so wanting to go, if they wanted to go for reusable upper stage, people are harping on about that.
But if you think about it, they also have stuff to prove for NASA for the HLS.
It's like, why haven't they done a stripped down demonstrator yet for that?
Yeah.
Because it would be a good interim, like in the fucking months between Flight 2 and 3. Or between then and now, we're clearly seeing the boosters are the booster production capability has caught up, and potentially even surpassed Starship capabilities.
Oh, I remember. Back in the hopping days,
rocket out on the pad.
There was a ship coming out every 2 weeks.
We tell people like, come.
Human.
That was something.
Just how massive this thing is, and we were able to catch somebody working on it a little while ago, and like part of the reason you said we're sending millions of tons, that's kind of why this thing
I
is
think
so
in this
massive
image,
as it
Dan,
is.
you can actually see the person working at the
Why do I feel like they're going to put booster
as we
12
zoom out,
in
you
that
see
little yard
the first
area?
ship, that sort of two-tone silver and black, and then the booster below it, right? And it really sets the scale, which doesn't come across.
Launches where we had a
I think,
an
other than in
SLS launch.
person.
Like, come on. It's been like 3
years. Starship is big and Starship is really
fucking
big.
Angara has a better launch cadence than you now. Come on, NASA.
No. Angara launches once a year. What are you talking about?
SLS launches once every 5. That's right.
Yesterday.
Well, it's going to launch next year.
We haven't got an SLS launch since before James Webb. Let me say this: we haven't had an SLS launch since the launch of James Webb.
James Webb launched in 2021.
Why is half of the ship?
Oh, wasn't it? No, I'm thinking. No, I got dates mixed up. That's right. It was a year after. It was December 22.
2022.
Entry has a heat shield on it. So the black.
James Webb was in 2021.
Is the heat shield?
Right. Yeah.
SLS was in November of 2022. They launched Christmas Day.
Right. No, I got the dates mixed up. I thought James Webb launched in 22.
And that's where you see the sort of shiny silver parts.
Oh yeah.
Stainless steel. The reason for
SpaceX Power Raptor engine.
That's the heat of.
All right, I can't wait to get all the fucking flight audio from fucking.
Is enough to melt.
The play of the fucking
aluminum, but steel is much more resilient.
Star Trek Wrath of Khan. No, not Wrath of Khan. Underscore.
Re-entry heating.
Oh wow!
You don't have to paint it, which is actually very difficult to paint a large object that is going through cryogenic cycles and have the paint stay on. It's quite challenging.
We were just talking about that a little bit ago.
So we've talked about it. It's massive.
So is this going to be a night landing or a day landing?
To make
day.
And that's where Raptor really starts
it's day.
to come in.
Because if you think about it, Flight 6 launched around, 6:30?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Because, it's going through the night. It's coming around. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No. Earlier in the program.
Raptor.
Yeah, they did a morning
Flight 4.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Go ahead. Who was saying, guys?
So what if this thing? What if it fails and then we get to see just like Elon crash out live on camera?
I mean,
we kind of saw that last time. We kind of saw that with Flight 9. We
crash out again. The engines have to be better.
He's just gonna walk out there. He's gonna calmly, yet firmly walk out of the room, and then he's just gonna slam the door. He's gonna have a crash out.
We're gonna get a. No, guys, I got the script. We're gonna get an N1 moment. We're gonna get like 2 Raptors explode in the fucking
launch pad.
super heavy skirt.
And
it's going to kill the hydraulics. And it's just going to start shutting down Raptors one by one and freaking the fuck out. And then it's going to tip over and explode.
9 months of
it's gonna pull it in one.
We're gonna get the largest man-made non-nuclear explosion today, boys.
Partially broken.
And then whatchamacallit.
Because as far as I'm aware, it wasn't, and well, because it depends on how much the depends on how much of the propellant.
Is this a technical update? Is this a technical update?
I guess I'll take a real quick second then to say
it might be.
Again.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's a lot of venting.
Lex Freeman, thank you so much for your generous donation. Much
I'm
love.
just
really,
I'm
really
looking at
that. Let's see here. So,
and it's probably going to be an early morning launch, not landing, not a day landing.
Afternoon landing.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Not working like they normally do.
Darling, hold my hand.
But you notice that he was even talking about how
it's going to be on the
tiles. He talks about that a lot.
Do we know why they're not catching the booster this time?
It's been an ongoing topic.
They want to stretch the booster
tiles valid. Is this?
They want to.
We've talked about on air here.
Rigorous.
Structural. They want structural data.
So they don't want to risk it coming down over Poke Chico.
But then also they're shutting down. Shutting down a center engine.
A properly reusable.
They did that last time. They did that with the last catch.
So we don't know what is.
They shut down an engine with the last catch. I'm pretty sure, and it still worked.
Not a center engine.
Again, the idea of being able to iterate.
No, they shut down a center engine last time.
And said,
they did?
We know these heat shields are great.
I swear they shut down a center engine.
These heat shields, we're going to use something similar. We're
last
going to tweak
time.
a little bit.
At least last soft landing that
we're going to rely on this to work.
They shut down a center engine.
They fly 5 times.
If not last catch, they shut down the second catch. They shut one down.
Looks like it's coming back.
God, I just remember.
The only
I was freaking out.
Shut down the engine.
Yeah, I remember the entire chat was just absolutely losing it.
No, I love how you can see the property line where all the fucking vehicle marks and everything is on the other side of the property line. It's just flat. It's just smooth.
Because it's the same towers that put the rocket.
But no, it's like I remember just going, "Oh my god, it's on fire!" But they caught it.
That we can.
And I'm just like, oh god, it's gonna blow up. Oh god, oh god.
After liftoff.
So I was getting
an SN10.
I was getting SN10 flashbacks.
Back one way or another.
God, I've been here since fucking.
So
at least I've been here since at least 4 blew up.
I got into Starship.
And that
the
second static fire. The second static fire of SNE when they shut up all that concrete.
I think
I've been here since
the jet drives up.
Because I remember,
new people get on, and
for whatever reason, I was using a TV screen as a monitor that day. I think it's because I was getting a new monitor, but I was just waiting on it. And I just remember I was playing my game. I had the fucking SN4 static fire stream on my phone, like right underneath the monitor. So I glanced down, and I'm playing my game, and I just see a bunch of red on my screen, and I look down, and I'm like, oh shit.
The methane's supposed to come out of the flare, right?
Splash down,
woo! But yeah, that fully reusable heat shield, that thing that has just never been done before. That's one of the things we're really looking for that data on.
Yeah, I mean, there are thousands of engineering challenges that remain for both the ship and the booster. But
got it. I want to about my.
I think it looks better. I think it definitely looks better now. The weather
is the reusable orbital heat shield. We are confident.
There's a lot more.
It's improved
in making.
I think that's why they
heat shield, but it will require.
Yeah, because this was the original T0 launch time. Yeah, see, look to the north. North is pretty. Oh no, that's whole footage cam.
Either strengthening the tile or change.
And this animation.
To the west, it's looking better. To the north.
The gap is between tiles.
Is that the catch?
That is some janky animation because it just hovers in midair.
Well, that's from the the last flight. Like right before or something like that.
The ship tiles.
When they had that thing in Star Factory.
But
yeah, don't worry. We're gonna when they go for the catch for the Starship catch, we're gonna hit a cow. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna hit a Mexican cow again.
And we
that'd be fun.
Brought the ship back through the atmosphere and achieved a soft landing multiple times.
Man, I missed those little legs. And then is this SN8?
15.
Or no, 15.
So we need to.
Yeah, 15. I thought because the way it was leaning on the way down, I thought it was gonna blow up.
Do so.
Cinco de Flyo.
And I think what you're seeing now is the Starship. This is CG of it coming in and landing on the tower.
But also, I'm pretty sure they were supposed to light all three,
where we need to make
and then
sure we don't
a Raptor failed or before ignition.
We can't shuck the heat shield.
Nope, they were going with 2 because they wanted. They started up 3 and then they shut it back down to 2.
Then that's obviously going to fail the reusability test.
Because they originally just were starting up 2, but then after 9 and 11, 9's failure,
towers are available, and for our initial landings,
they went for 3 and then went down on purpose.
We'll need landing
in case one fails.
Like what you're seeing here with Ship 15.
This is new.
We did our suborbital test.
Oh, that is new.
To prove out the precision.
Still in the 3-engine configuration,
which was
or the 3 RBACs.
We actually landed.
But with the extra.
You can see it here in the
but with the
SpaceX. Holy shit!
SpaceX. Whoa. 69.
We have actually a whole bunch of boosters and ships, and we'll be adding to them over time, so you can see an evolution of Starship.
You can tell which one's the male and which one's the female.
Yeah. So
male and female docking probes are back, boys.
Still looking to prove out.
I think whenever they try the first attempt to refuel, it's going to be a run.
That's really what's going to kind of unlock.
It's going to be POV.
Going everywhere.
The progress module slowly getting closer and closer to mirror.
And that's
and then it just
imagine
kind of like that.
Imagine what an in-orbit refueling failure would do to the ISS.
That's kind of
oh my god! If any Starship upper stage runs in orbit, oh god, the debris!
It better be in a high one.
But we're empty on fuel and oxygen, so basically we're running on.
If any debris hit, the problem is you also have to realize the fucking profile that Starship gives for debris.
And we get all of that performance. We can take it cargo bay now wherever we want to go.
9 by like what is it, like 30 meters tall?
A crucial technology that we hope to demonstrate.
It's a 9 by 40 rectangle, not of just fucking solid steel. Stainless steel.
Send significant payload to Mars.
A fucking
you essentially send a ship
nut-sized, like screw-sized piece of fucking debris.
Payload.
Just slam it into the top side of the non-heat shield side of it.
Will be mostly empty.
That's gonna be a fuck ton of damage. Also,
how much time do we have? About 20 minutes?
22 and a half minutes.
To Mars. And have
we're still looking good. Let me see.
So
orbital
refilling is also not something that's ever been demonstrated before. So that
no
would
updates.
Be technology. We obviously have at SpaceX figured out how to dock repeatedly with the space station. So in a lot of ways, this is like
2026 for Mars is a bold move.
Easier.
Nothing beats a jet.
Not happening.
SpaceX is docking with its
not happening.
We're not making the next.
That's what I said. It's
the moment shit's 36.
2028, I think is
knowledge and
the second ship.
2028, I feel like it's more realistic.
Large scale.
I don't expect them to go to Mars.
Not 2028 or 29, whatever it is.
The moment ship 36 blew up, we pretty much knew that we're not making the next Mars transfer window.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty much like, because Elon pretty much said everything has to go perfect to make it to 20, make it to the next window.
On Mars
I think,
and that was like a week before Ship 36 exploded.
Life on Mars.
I think if Ship 36 hadn't blown up, we'd be on the 11th or the 12th flight.
Ensuring the long-term.
We'd be on the 11th.
And depending how, the previous two went,
we are effectively stewards.
We'd probably have a ship ready to, Actually, no, we'd be waiting.
Creatures cannot build spaceships.
We'd be waiting for Block 3.
So if they were
to be trying to get
like a giant meteor that destroyed the dinosaurs, or ultimately the sun will
get ship catch. They're basically, Elon keeps saying the next successful flight test after that they're going for the catch. That's what it's been like the past 5 fucking flights. Has been
very bold.
Okay. He was literally like, hey, next flight, if this next flight's successful, we're gonna have a catch. And then that was the first thing that was a success.
Good luck.
He's still talking.
And I mean, aside from that, there's so much.
Yeah. That's all I hear.
By being able to do these things, like we'll be able to go to Mars, but
oh, now we're talking about the Earth-to-Earth transport idea. It's not bad, but I don't think any airspace administration is gonna go on board with that.
Here's my hot take, and I'm still sticking to this today. Starship, in its current configuration, will never launch with crew on board or land with crew on board due to the lack of an LES. If a guaranteed LES. Because if anything happens on terminal descent into the flip, there is no recovery. The crew are dead. There is no ever since space after the space shuttle, I don't think any government, let alone the American government, wants to put crew on a vehicle with any black zones during ascent or descent. With crew.
It's too much of a liability.
Did he stop talking?
All right, cool.
Did he stop talking?
Talking.
Please, yes, sign me up.
What I think is going to happen is they're going to launch it empty and then they're going to ferry people up on crew.
View.
Yeah, it's a hell of a view.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, thank God, he stopped. He stopped.
All right. I want to hear the
say a lot
update.
more.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go check in on the rocket and get on console.
We're going to go back on console to
chill. We've got engine chill.
Woo!
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Chilling the Raptors. Their one and only engine chill.
Support.
Thanks for crashing, guys.
All right.
This booster's gonna be destroyed regardless, right? Like, even if it makes it all the way down.
I think they're still going for a soft landing in the ocean.
That was pretty cool.
From what I heard, they're going to simulate a catch.
That was sweet.
And then they're going to cut off the engines.
That's what they've
been
been
drop into the Gulf.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, no more Elon. He's gone. He's gone.
That's been the profile. That's the profile for any offshore landings now.
Clearing that on the range.
They all simulate a catch over the ocean and just plop it in.
Any hardware blockers to launch.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But we'll
He's
continue
gone.
to follow along.
He's on board.
Anyone was following along yesterday.
They've loaded his
get into our webcast.
He's in his
Show us views of the Raptor exploding. Show us views of the Raptor exploding, you fucks.
Into the ship through its quick disconnect. We were able to replace that this morning. Team did an incredible job. Got
is this
last time?
Just the one they had?
All right.
This is 9.
Now for the rest of the
this
day
is new footage.
Is Amanda Lee.
Ooh.
Hi, Amanda.
Okay, I don't know what that was. That was interstage.
Here. Let's just get right
and then
into
that's
yeah.
And then the vacuum engine happened
to get us to today's flight, our 10th flight test. Let's look back at Starship's 9th flight test in May. That did end with.
And then we got some.
Oh, that's beautiful.
On the
I'm just sad.
What mods are they using? That entry looks great.
I'm just sad we didn't get. That's new footage, I think.
Yeah.
That is new.
I think they got.
Yeah, there's some new stuff in here.
The reuse booster.
I think they managed to salvage the last couple few seconds of telemetry because the last images of the flaps we got were not that damaged. I'm just sad we didn't get. I'm just sad we didn't get see fucking after the actual body deformed that much. We saw some warping, but not enough to see it break apart.
We just had a camera view. We actually caught the failure on camera in the fuel pressurization system. Ship was able to complete its ascent though.
They're gonna push the ship.
Velocity and second stage engine cutoff.
After that, though,
that's what a rocket usually does, being that it's on the second stage. I assume they're pushing it.
As in like on re-entry, are they going to go at a higher AOA?
No, I think they said they're going for more shallow on this. No, well, I mean, because right now shallower means more peak heating, but less aerodynamic forces. More steep descent means less peak heating, but
forces on its
more aerodynamic. So you want to hit that sweet spot where you're not
tube as we are doing a higher.
You're not fucking baking the. You're not baking your fucking heat tiles and shit where they stop actually taking any more thermal input. But you don't want it too steep to where you're basically just going to break it apart due to hitting the atmosphere too fast.
The part
G-forces
or
aerodynamic forces.
System
did they ever send a Raptor 3 to Starbase?
A more rigorous test campaign, and after subjecting it
to no, we would have seen pictures. I don't think we've seen pictures of a Raptor 3 at Starbase.
I thought they were getting ready to put Raptor 3s on soon.
Great test results there.
Because they've been ready with, they've had enough Raptor 3s ready for a little bit, I think.
But any result that teaches us more about
I think they've just been waiting for the next booster to be ready for them. Because all the boosters so far have been too far along for Raptor 3
how SpaceX developed our first rocket,
anyway,
Falcon 1,
up on
that's the same philosophy
15.
we used to develop Falcon 9, which is
sorry, I was done for the slide.
500
yeah, Starship's going to succeed.
An incredible milestone for Falcon, and again, the way they got there was to launch, learn, and repeat.
All right, so that wasn't the only thing that happened while getting ready for Flight 10.
Wait, Clear's not streaming
Ship
this?
36, which was originally supposed to fly on Flight 10, experienced a major anomaly
is whatchamacallit
at our Massey's test site. It was
how much does this cost
all of its
per launch? 300 million?
To do a static.
Oh, that's funny.
Energetic event that resulted
You know what's
in the
funny?
complete loss of the Starship, and we did
every engine on that vehicle combined. Hell, the entire cost.
Of that.
You know what's funny? The entire cost of this launch is less than one RS-25
or COPV in Starship's payload.
on SLS. One SLS launch could fund like 5 Starship launches because of. I'm not even kidding.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's probably because Starship right now is being held together with Speed Tape and
NASA funds.
The one we're on today,
still NASA funding, but it's definitely not the quality workmanship that you would expect if it was on its. If this was a NASA 10 flight, it'd be further along by now. Is what I'm getting at.
So guys, how's the stream quality? Is it okay?
Had 2 static fires on the orbital.
It's great. Oh wow!
Very impressive turnaround there, getting to these static fires. The static fires gave us the data we needed for us to launch.
At the Tesla Cafe.
A prime example of our engineer and technician team working to build creative solutions to eventually bring Starship online.
It's like 2 hours away from me. I could probably go there now if I can.
Go there now. Hurry up. Steal the microphone.
You can Edison and just dine and dash.
Generation of Starship version 3. So right now, though, we are still on track.
Let's do one of those.
Get off the stage.
Zero is at
Quaker.
6:59 p.m. Central.
Quaker.
While we still have a couple of moments. Let's toss
By
it
the way,
over to
the
Chris,
Mars and the Moon are
who's getting
directly
ready to
visible
watch the launch
from
out of
Starbase right
California.
now.
How's it going, Chris?
That's well.
Hey, it's going great, and welcome everyone.
Maybe Artemis and Ares can help it along.
For the first ever public showing of a SpaceX webcast, it's been great to see the webcast up here on the big screens at the diner. You know, throughout the afternoon, we've had coming up, mixing and mingling.
Is he alive?
Some of the food.
Is he alive? Do we know?
But also,
they ate him.
Watch and keep up to date with what's happening.
They ate him
for Starship's 10th test flight.
Elon killed him in a ketamine-fueled rage.
We're really looking forward to the epic views that we're going to get from in space and during atmospheric reentry.
I don't know how that works, but I'm just going to assume that's what happened.
Actually, how we're coming to you live from the diner. One of those many reliable connections that Starlink is able to put down across the Earth and in low Earth orbit. So for a little bit more information on the immediate future of
Washington, really?
Let's head on over to Hawthorne, where my colleague Tyler Lionquist is standing by. Tyler, how's it going there? And are you ready to see a rocket launch?
It's another Starlink launch.
We are definitely ready for a Starship launch here in Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Tyler
So that's what that camera was about.
I'm a Starlink business analyst here at SpaceX. Starlink is SpaceX's low Earth orbit high-speed internet.
Hold on, what's the factory in Bastrop for?
Expected, including in space. For today's mission, Starship is outfitted with 4 Starlink terminals, allowing us
that
to
makes you think about how they made satellites back in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
Oh, they clearly weren't mass-produced.
In Redmond, Washington, and that's also where we monitor the health of our entire
people having to be
constellation. So let's take a quick look for more on that.
Been a lot of little behind the scenes.
What a lot of people might not realize when they think about the scale that we're operating is
we
that
actually should maybe mute this in case it has copyright music. Actually, I'm sure they'll post this video separately somewhere if you want to watch, and we'll get good visuals here of the Starlink factory, which is pretty crazy.
I'm only like a couple hours away from the factory.
Basically printing money right now with Starlink, since it's revenue generating thing, which is something that no other rocket company I think has ever successfully done. Just like being able to have their own revenue stream. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm about to head outside here pretty soon, probably about T-minus 10 or 50 or 5 minutes or so, and get ready to watch outside. So there will be a little transition here for me, but I just wanted to take this moment again to thank all of you for watching with us. There was one person in particular, John Shahidi. Thank you for the stream. $200 super chat. Thank you so much, Sean. That sincerely means the absolute world. And to all of you that are watching,
this is the first time I haven't seen
and helping and supporting.
Not even on the Starlink launches.
Maybe because I don't pay attention to the
classic gremlins that are rearing their heads today.
I think I watched the first 5 Starlink launches, but then after next space flight, you started alerting me to another launch happening. It's 12 Starlink this week.
No matter how hard you think you,
I live on the Space Coast.
Something that's gonna
I live on the Space Coast.
For all of you,
and I really don't get interested in a rocket launch today, unless it's someone other than
good about it. So
Starlink.
Again, the big thing that I'm going to be looking forward to is once we get to second stage.
Like Falcon Heavy,
like the only time
second stage engine
Crew Dragon.
Once it's in its coast phase. all eyes are going to be on that second stage.
Hopefully, all these other small companies. So. Hopefully, Starship.
I'm, hoping, fingers crossed, the one that we do see this happen. We're really far into the countdown now, so
I overslept when Artemis.
That if they,
oh no, I stayed up till 3 in the morning. This is before I moved. Oh, look at that!
I stayed up. Wow.
Yeah, nominal.
What mods are they using to get those?
Phenomenal. Oh, look at that! All right, we finally got a new Pez animation. Finally.
Pew.
Finally.
Pew. Pew. This is so.
Isn't the term Pez copyrighted?
Pew. Pew.
Yeah, but who cares?
Who even made it? Like, did Pez, like, I don't know, have like a parent company that made the candies?
Satellite Starship will be launching in the future. And as you can see here, once Starship reaches a nominal orbit,
V2 Mini
door will slowly begin to open to prepare for deployment. The Starlink satellites will be dispatched relatively quickly.
8 minutes.
Very much like a Pez dispenser. They'll be situated.
This doesn't feel real. It feels like the first launch all over again.
Space as possible, allowing for an efficient deployment sequence. And once a set of Starlinks is deployed, the next set advances and deploys until they are all drifting away from
Weather is no go. Weather is no go.
It's the weather.
Weather is go.
They just said red on the range. They just said red on
the weather.
60 terabits per second capacity to the Starlink network.
Wayward boat, I swear to God, wayward boat.
Times the capacity added with every V2 mini launch on.
Oh, let's see.
Lock in.
So we're talking about
where would it be though? Because it could be in any one of the hazard zones.
Ultimately enable Starlink to serve
it's a fucking activist.
Of the missions to the moon and
it's the Don't Stop Oil.
We're gonna turn it back over.
No, they're saying the range is the weather. They're saying range being red is weather.
Taylor, so quick update for everybody.
So we're probably going to have the T-minus 40.
We are currently red on the range, hoping to clear that anvil.
But then they can only hold for so long.
Now, that's really the
okay, yeah, they just said it's only for weather.
Vehicle's good, pads ready to go. All of our checkouts have been really smooth today after that repair.
So I'm assuming the odds are going down.
Board out yesterday, so
we'll see.
We're looking at the weather.
Yeah, look at the weather now.
Right now.
Yeah, now it's getting worse.
Prop load is still ongoing. We started loading prop at
there's
about
cloud.
53
please don't tell me
that.
Radar, please be clear, radar.
Booster fuel and
no, it's moving.
Radar's still clear. Radar is moving.
We'll continue loading prop.
It's just clouds.
3 minutes before liftoff.
There's rain to the west. Nothing downrange.
Yeah, so bottom line, we're looking great in the vehicle. We're looking really good on the range. We're just really watching.
Going towards the landing.
Well, with the count, they've got about 30 minutes of leeway. They can hold the T-minus 40 through the entire.
Okay, so there's nothing.
Now let's talk about Mars.
There's nothing at the landing zone for Starship. I think they're only focused on the launch site.
That looks hot though.
New render.
I like that Mars.
Oh, look at that.
To make
Are they going to use androids on Mars?
And to improve ship to the point where it's eventually taking millions.
That
the Cybertruck ill. Oh, why is there a Cybertruck there?
To begin sending Starships to Mars next year.
Bomb left.
That thing's going to get like 10 feet and then fucking immediately get stuck.
Gonna tumble over.
Right in the skirt. No,
imagine on one of, you know how they launched Tesla with the
Falcon Heavy.
Falcon Heavy. Imagine if they try and put a Cybertruck on one of these and it gets crushed by the G-forces at launch.
From 2020.
Yeah, like you get a nice live view during Max Q, and the freaking thing crushes itself.
Apparently they said it's gonna land on the skirt with no legs on Mars, bro. You're just begging for dust.
Beyond that, by 2030, 2031, as these windows open up roughly every 26 months.
That's new.
This picture, I like to call this one "Excavate a New Crater."
Funding upon
mining resources.
That's Aura.
On the experiments they want to do with
to come back from Mars. By 2033, we want to double the amount of payload.
So every time they bring up Starship, they keep talking about how they're going to send a Starship to Mars in like 5 days. Like, are they planning on just like is that at the same time as the HLS landing, or what is that?
We're gonna have 2 pads, so yeah, potentially we could have 1 pad for HLS. The other.
Space Agency and
Is it just the clouds?
First of its kind agreement to carry Italian experiments on the first Starship missions to deliver customer payloads to Mars. These payloads will include a plant growth experiment, a weather monitoring station, and a radiation sensor to gather scientific data.
I think it's just clouds that they're looking at.
Approximately 6 months
Because the winds look good.
coast phase from Earth to Mars and also on the Martian surface.
It's a really exciting vision. To make it happen, we're going to need to launch a whole lot more. We're going to need a whole lot of people.
Honestly, I wonder how. Honestly, I think we'll
yeah, range is clear. They're just waiting on the weather.
It's got to be fun.
Weather is still red.
I think, honestly, imagine the view from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter Starship.
5 minutes from Starship's 10th flight test.
I could look.
Range is still looking
I don't want to be all like I hope that it actually gets to Mars, but part of me hopes that it like blows up on re-entry on the way in. We have this nice view of the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter.
I got Freebird going.
Fuel. About 90% unlocks, just a bit below.
No, you got to do. Everybody wants to rule the world.
About the next 2 minutes.
Maybe.
I feel like that's dangerous.
11 million pounds.
Time to see this
things
thing
become more
on board
useful,
those 2 stages of Starship. So
usual.
A lot of propellant to move really big rockets.
Well, we're down to 4 minutes.
Away from South Texas.
They're going to wait till the T-40 holds.
All of our ground systems will prepare themselves. They do what's called pushback.
It's still a big but, or a big maybe, if they need to.
Back into the prop farm.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Final guidance.
That's beautiful.
Checks right now. The automated flight safety system is about to get armed. We're just really preparing the vehicle to get ready to go. I'm not sure if we passed it already.
Is there like a
weather
phase?
Vector control, check out the TVC. We'll wiggle the engines that we use.
Man, I wish they just said fuck it and just had a live cam on the fucking. They don't even have the Cabrera today, do they? The WB-57, do they?
No, they don't.
Damn, so there's literally nothing watching the vehicle except for the onboard.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. I don't think they do.
Yeah, so there's pretty much nothing watching the booster once we get out of the into the clouds except for the cams. So that's probably why they're waiting.
The only thing it looks like would hold us.
You get Jared Isaacman with his MiG-29
past that T-minus 40 second mark that Dan was talking about.
Jared
Isaacman? Events are going to occur in
yeah.
I'm looking up flight radar.
And ignition systems.
I'm looking now.
Pressure, and ship will switch over to internal power. After that, the quick disconnect.
I was saying they should get Jared Isaacman. I was saying they
Who's
didn't.
that? Who's what? Oh no, I thought that was a person holding a sign for a moment at the bottom of the camera. Like, what the fuck?
Minus 40-second mark. We do still have.
That's just one of the activists saying stop the launch, but they're not going to. It's too late.
They're gonna hold that T-40 and just hold it for as long as possible till the weather looks good. Yeah, but I don't think the weather's getting better than it is now. They missed the wind. I think they missed the wind.
By the roundabout?
No. Yeah, I searched up NASA, and the only flight is someone on a T-38.
Once the water starts
someone's just flying around on a T-38.
That happens just a little after.
Is it in the area?
It's in Houston.
And then we hit a hole.
So no.
That would be a scrub for the day.
So they're late.
We have to refill the water tanks. Can't turn it off. Got to refill
that or
stuff. So
they're just flying.
There's a plane at South Padre Island.
If you see that go, and then you hear a hole, that would mean that we're done.
I'm assuming that's just civil.
Trying to get more info.
We're flying in circles.
Oh, we stopped talking.
It's probably
1 minute to the hold.
Maybe it's Mauricio.
Yeah, I didn't disappear. Sorry, everybody. Listening in as the flight director for today, going through some of the final checks. We are red on the range for weather.
The shaking,
we
the
are
goofing
closing
around.
out prop load.
T-minus 30 to hold.
Yeah, as we wait and hear what's going on,
we'll
just review some of the test objectives for today. On the booster side, we're of course hoping for all 33 of those Raptor engines to power our ascent ahead of hot staging.
Yeah,
we're all 12 it, guys. Just go.
Booster will perform that.
Yeah, that weather's getting worse.
Just launch it. What's the worst?
One of the interesting
just launch it. You have nothing to lose.
It pulls in Apollo 12.
Center engines
no,
lit.
a minute.
We're going to be shutting those off
and
instead lighting one from the MiG-10 ring. This is just to kind of give us an idea
they're holding
what it would look like
if we ever had
an last second
scenario.
Yeah, using our time.
Yeah,
to really
that sounds about right.
They're still getting
so
I'm assuming everything's full.
Fully closed.
They're ready to go. They're just waiting on the weather. We are everything's green, so they're pretty much waiting.
We are still red on the range for weather. So at this
I don't know if you can wait.
Likely we will hold at T-minus 40 to see if we can clear that anvil cloud roll. That's the one block.
They have about what 10 minutes?
We have to a launch today.
Yeah. You should start
about 15.
Okay, waiting to see if it.
12 to 15.
I thought it was like 12.
40 for me.
That's about 10 to 15 minutes is about long they can hold without replenishing. If they replenish it, they have to wind the clock back up a little bit. So pretty much, we're betting the window right now.
We're expecting to hold at T-40.
Okay. That weather is not getting any better.
On the range for weather.
I just launched with what you have now.
Gambling.
Just a couple seconds.
Gambling. Let's go gambling.
And pause. So we'll hang out here for a couple of minutes. We do have until the end of the window.
Come on.
We won't have 30 minutes of hold time to hang out, as we can't. We're essentially not replenishing.
I'm putting it on my watch. I want to see my heart rate explode.
So we have to keep a close eye on things like temperatures inside the tanks. We can only hold for so many minutes.
They've never reloaded. They still haven't reloaded the Raptor yet. I forgot that. No, we still haven't. When?
Flight 6.
I go.
And Flight 5.
Yeah, we're holding at T-minus 40 seconds. We
with Block 1, not with Block 2.
Why don't we chat ship for
That's what I'm saying.
After stage separation, ship will continue onwards up through its ascent to the planned suborbital trajectory. Once it reaches
they're losing it. They're losing the weather.
Stage shuts off its engines.
Kill the weather. We must destroy old clouds.
Yeah, they're saying there's thunderstorm too close. They're not risking it with the lightning.
We're also planning to attempt a burn, so we'll relight one of those engines while in space.
I'm rolling the dice. I don't care.
But by the sounds of it, they're sounding like it's moving away from the range. So
if the Saturn V can launch in lightning,
that was with human intervention, mind you.
And then hopefully we'll conclude today's test.
No, you just gotta have the auto SCE to Oxford at all times.
Yeah, definitely want to see a ship on the other side of the planet today. We did get a quick update. So the range is fully green. Weather is still red. So we are still tracking a detached anvil rule, which essentially there's an anvil cloud that's too close to our launch site, and it needs to move further away. Until
this is what it looks. This is what it looks like from Mars.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is like.
This is what Starbases looks like from Mars. This is Starbases POV.
This is literally what being a NASCAR fan is like.
And getting an update now.
They're scrubbing.
Come on! Heading down.
Scrub ship.
You got the top loaded. At least just do it. Just do a full duration burn. Don't lift it
up. Right now.
Not even a fucking
static fire.
Not even a static fire.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, it's over. They fucking missed their window.
Team's looking at it again. We're just tracking this anvil rule still.
Another scrub.
Today, range is green. Vehicle is green. Weather is currently red.
What's the point of putting all those satellites with the space lasers up there?
That's because they're going down to 10 seconds and they're scrubbing.
Sad voice coming in. We did just hear that we are still going.
Anyway, so that's going to be a 48-hour thing since they fully loaded it this time.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 48-hour turnaround. So you guys want to say?
On board the rocket.
It's over.
Probably start up again, but once they get down to 10 seconds.
Every time they do a wedge dress rehearsal, it becomes a wedge rehearsal
for the day. So
yeah, clock's resuming.
Sad news, not going to launch today.
Well,
weather got in our way, but you can only control so much. Can't always control the weather. Can't control the weather. I wish we could control the weather. We're not there yet.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice?
So
we are seeing rolling, but
all of this refill the fuel tank.
10 seconds, and we're going to see that kick back out. And then we're going to start offloading all of the propellant that's on board the rocket today. So